Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
I'm David.
And I'm Jamie.
And we are your astute win counselors to get you through the week with any daily grind issues you may be experiencing or any questions that you want us to resolve whatsoever. Let's get to our first winner. Our first winner is Miguel, and he hails from Lima, Peru, and he writes, Dear Win, a three-fingered alien mummy was found here in Nazca, Peru, and can be seen all across the internet. Do you guys think aliens are real? Wow, that's a pretty amazing statement right there, Miguel. Huh. What do you think, Jamie? Are they real?
That's a really good question. And I think I do think they are real. And a lot of times I think about the vastness of the universe. And then if you think of a multiverse and just all these like parallel realities, parallel dimensions,
Right.
then I start to think of what other life forms, what other intelligence is out there. So yeah, I think they're real.
Well, and think about it. Minus all the statements that you get from NASA astronauts, long haul pilots that fly these, trans-European or trans-Asian, routes, military people, all of them which have, video footage or documentation of it. If you take that away, just think about a simple math. Let's just say evolution is true. Okay, let's say it's true and there's a big bang and all that kind of stuff. Let's just say that's true and just throw it out there. And if that's the case, boom, just like that. Now, let's just say there's another planet somewhere in this vast, multi-dimensional universe that's infinite, that is just like Earth. There's nothing special about it. There's no difference. They're no greater than anything else. But they just had a 1,000 year or 100,000 year or a 1 million year head start. And everything else just developed exactly the same. Imagine where we would be in 1 million years from now if we don't kill ourselves off by that time. Then all of a sudden you just think about that. How hard would it actually be to travel across space and that kind of stuff? Not that hard.
I give us 10 years.
Yeah. Well, before the Earth's dead or before we travel to Mars or something?
Yes.
Okay. So, if you just look at it simply that way and take the arrogance out of it, that we're the only species and blah, 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 and just put strictly math to it, why not?
I'd like to interject.
Go ahead.
I actually have a half-brother who's an alien.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's from planet Zipton.
Where's Zipton at?
It's between Pluto and Saturn.
Okay.
How many fingers does he have?
Does he have 3, like this Nazca?
There's 12 on each hand.
Wow. That's
Whoa.
Yeah, it's great. Like, I got an A in math growing up.
Right.
Because he helped me.
Because he just had 12
he had
fingers?
so many
Yeah, because
fingers.
it's like you count on your fingers, and I'm like, wow, sky's the limit when you get to 24.
So does he have more than one opposable thumb?
Well, actually, every finger is a thumb,
That's pretty cool.
Whoa.
but we call them fingers for lack of, just trying
Yeah.
to keep things simple.
Sure.
Lack of originality, yeah.
But he has like 3 heads.
Oh.
So my parents had to get second jobs just to feed him.
Now, did you get, so they didn't think about, decapitating 2 of them, to save
No,
money on
because
food
they have a
costs?
suck bag.
Okay. Got it. So 2 of the heads eat through a suck bag and the other one eats...
No, Alex.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I've never
The
met you.
food goes out the back of their neck into a suck bag.
And then you feed the other one like a cow, regurgitating
And then it
its cud?
recycles?
Yeah.
No, the suck bag is actually how they reproduce.
Okay. Jamie, I am completely lost.
Me too.
But then again, I guess we haven't met his half-brother.
Right.
And it would probably be clear as day if we met him.
Absolutely.
No, he cannot come out at day.
See? And that's another reason why we haven't met him, Dave, because every time
They clean the suck bag in the day.
Oh, that's why he doesn't come out during the day? Okay.
It's a
I wonder
12-hour
if all
process.
aliens are nocturnal, and that's why we
Ah.
don't typically see them.
That's a good
Suck
point.
bags are nocturnal.
And that's the
Aliens
thing.
are not.
Fire in the sky and all these military, stories about, having encounters with aliens, usually at night.
Right.
So maybe they are nocturnal.
Uh-huh.
And that's why...
Suck bags are nocturnal. I just want to.
You're really clear about this. It's the
aliens
suck bag,
are
not
not
the alien.
nocturnal.
Not just
The suck bags.
Just
are.
their suck bags are. Okay. Very interesting. Well, Miguel, I think they exist. I think for multiple reasons they exist. And Dave knows they exist because his half-brother is an alien with suck bags. So, yeah.
All aliens have suck bags. They just don't talk about them.
Oh, understandable. It's like that hidden little secret. All right. Well, let's go on the cliff from Yakima, Washington. He writes, Dear Win, why do people like L.A.? That's a good question, too. Why do they like L.A., Dave?
Cocaine.
That clear as day. That makes sense why they like L.A. Hence why it's La La Land.
Traffic.
Traffic.
Cocaine.
Yeah. Because if you have a lot of cocaine, I would assume that traffic's not so bad, or does it just make you
Bankruptcy. Murder.
trash, a lot of disingenuous behavior? This is all
Sigourney
great stuff.
Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. And why wouldn't you want to like, L.A. if Sigourney Weaver lives
He's
there?
an alien.
Absolutely. Does she have a suck bag?
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
nocturnal. That's why they cover them in the daytime.
Oh, and that's why she actually starred in the movie series Aliens,
Yeah,
because she actually is one.
and the sequel.
Well, yeah, there was like 3 or 4 of them.
She had a
wasn't there?
double suck bag clause in her contract.
Jamie, how many were there?
How
3 or
many
4
aliens?
in the movie?
3?
Okay, we'll
I'm
go
not
with 3.
sure.
Oh, there's like millions.
But I heard you would have got cast for it. However, you're not authentic alien, and they wanted a real authentic
Right.
character to play
Yeah.
the role. So she knew how to interact with them.
Right. She knew the language.
Yep.
She knew customs, all of that.
the emotion.
She really had
Yeah, she was good.
she had one up on me, yeah.
She was good. And now she lives in some hidden bunker in L.A. with a suck bag on her neck. Wow.
But she's not nocturnal.
And I'd like to answer this question because I don't know if people really do like LA, and because my experience of LA is that people like it in fantasy.
Uh-huh.
So I've had friends who've moved from Denver to LA,
Right.
and it's like it's a city of dreams. Like people go and you can make it big in whatever your pursuit is. You know,
Right.
people's dreams come true. But all my friends have always come back.
Right.
And so it's like the fantasy of LA. It's
Once it wears off, it's kind of like at
right.
midnight.
And then, yeah, once the cocaine wears off and they're really just stuck in traffic and it's in reality, then they're like, this kind of sucks. I'm just going to go back home.
Yeah, and I did that. I actually lived in LA, to be truthful. It's horrible when you're idling, and I think people go there for a lot of different reasons, but of course everyone wants to be a star.
Right.
But some people make it big and then they crash and burn. River Phoenix. So Jerry Bruckheimer's old producing partner, Don Simpson,
Uh-huh.
he used to be Simpson Bruckheimer.
Uh-huh.
And he like totally crashed and burned. Coke, drugs, alcohol. So money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys a lot of substances.
Absolutely. And so does the dream, right? Because in order to be in a dream state, you have to be on some sort of substance,
Right.
be it delusion or be it cocaine or whatever else.
I just think LA is hell when you're idling.
Right.
If you love what you're doing, I think a lot of people's work takes them to LA because it's the coast, you
Right.
know?
Right.
East, west, that's where the trends happen. So
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
know.
matter of perspective.
it's a
you
nice
know?
place to leave, is my opinion.
Uh-huh. That's a good point.
I like to visit. It's a nice
Which-
place to visit and like go to the beach and go to some shows.
Disneyland.
But yeah,
Disneyland.
I always like coming back.
Yeah.
right.
It's a great place to leave.
Yes.
Chris from Denver, Colorado writes, Dear Win, after all these years, who really framed Roger Rabbit? Gosh, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time, Roger Rabbit.
Dave's half brother.
Yes, your alien succubus. No, I mean,
That's who I think
suckbag.
framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, your alien half-brother, Dave. Give him back.
The court case has been sealed. I'm not.
Oh, so you
allowed
can't
to
talk about it.
Speak to it. As a family member. I mean, you guys can. You can.
Can we talk to him about it? Because I always thought it was Professor Mustard with the candlestick in the library that framed Roger Rabbit.
No.
But it's actually your brother with the suck bag
That's the word, but I think it's Barney Rubble
that framed him,
with the infinity pool
right?
in the bathroom
As an
on
infinity
the
pool. is
cliff.
That
Well, I originally thought it was Fonzie
like as in
in the at the-
Happy
Henry
Days or
Winkler.
as in Happy Days.
Wow.
I thought it was Fonzie by the jukebox.
with Scott Baio.
Right.
Okay. And
Gotcha.
so explain to me how did Fonzie frame Roger Rabbit?
I don't know. They were just in a bar one night together, and Fonzie ended up playing Roger Rabbit's favorite song, which happens to be "You've Lost That Love and Feeling."
Right.
Oh, and it made him mad.
And Roger Rabbit got pissed because he was like, "God damn it, who did this to me?" Oh shoot!
Shoot. No, he didn't shoot him, right? He's still alive.
No, he just said shoot.
Right.
That's
oh,
a
is it-
CSI episode. Dun dun.
But that's what I thought originally went down.
Well, that's clever though, because I never thought of that theory, and that's probably way better than my theory, and it makes sense because I could see Fonzie doing that.
Right? He's
And-
so cool.
And he's so cool, and he'd get away with it.
Yep.
When you're that cool, nobody ever is going to question. No one's ever going to think you do anything nefarious. You're the perfect person.
Yeah.
Fonzie did it.
I think it was nefarious than Newfoundland.
Well, yeah, but that's not going to help Chris out. Chris wants to know specifically once and for all.
Chris, it's a conspiracy. You're never going to find the answer. It's a governmental cover-up. Go look at a government warehouse. Good luck with those 8 gazillion files that we'll never see.
Mm-hmm. But your brother would have access to it because he was probably been in Area 51 since he's an alien, and they probably had an autopsy in the back of his neck and a suck bag, and then there you might find the
There's
files.
actually a suck bag buffet at Area 51.
Right. So why doesn't he use his clearance to go into Area 51 to get the documents that finally will tell us who framed Roger Rabbit? I think it's Fonzie, though. I think she's right.
Is Fonzie really Fonzie?
Yeah.
I heard he was
Ooh.
Henry Winkler.
No, that's his pseudo.
That's his stage name.
stage name. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's when when he's a stripper. He's Henry Winkler, but otherwise he's Fonzie. Okay,
The
Juan or Huan from Beijing, China writes, "Dear Win, what are your thoughts on the annual Yulin City, China Dog Meat Festival?" God, we're getting some hard questions today. Well, that's going on right now. They actually have a dog meat festival in China where every year they gather up all the dogs in the local area and all across the countryside.
Eat them?
And they eat them.
Ugh.
And it's in Yulin City. So Huan from Beijing, China probably wants to know what our perspective is on that, whether or not we like it, disagree with it, think it's just outdated, whether it's not PETA friendly.
Don't
what.
eat the hand that bites you.
My thought is yum.
Yum. Okay. And if that's the case, because I've never had dog, at least not knowingly. I've traveled over to China, so maybe I haven't. And in some other parts of the world, maybe I have been fed dog that I don't know. But if you say that,
East
Jamie,
Colfax.
what kind of dog is best tasting?
Mm.
That you said yum.
I really like Cocker Spaniels.
What's in a Cocker Spaniel that makes them taste so good?
They are surprisingly really sweet. They kind of taste like a gummy bear
Oh wow.
or like a Jelly Belly.
That's probably you know
The
you
gristle.
Man, you shouldn't have told us that, Jamie. You know why? Cocker Spaniels are in trouble because I love gummy bears and so does everyone else.
right.
You know, if you would have said something like
Hey.
kumquats mixed with goji berries and durian, then maybe no one would want to eat a Cocker
I know.
Spaniel. But when you said gummy bears,
Right.
who doesn't like gummy bears?
I like
No.
gummy bears. I had a Cocker Spaniel growing up.
Right? Well, I tell you what,
Couldn't eat it.
Dave, since you had a Cocker Spaniel growing up, why don't you tell us a little bit more about that in Horoscope Corner?
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Hey, Pisces, guess what? It's your week. And you know what? Your good luck charm this week is a 4-armed starfish. So get yourself right down to the pet store that sells starfish. Rip one of those little tentacles off. Stick it in your pocket, and you're going to have good luck all week long. Stay away from hieroglyphics. Do not visit Egyptian pyramids or caves this week, or you're going to have bad luck. Hey, join us for the World Improv Network on AM 1340, FM 104.7, Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, YouTube at World Improv Network, iTunes and Google Play Podcast at World Improv Network, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.